Hey everybody, it is July the 24th, and as I go through the scriptures, God just seems to continually be speaking to me about how we should be presenting ourselves as Christians in this day and age. So many people, they're very angry, they're very, don't necessarily speak truth. And that could be because they don't know the truth, they're accepting what people have said, or they just want to make you do what they want them to do. So many different things. But it's so important now on how we treat each other. That's how the world is going to see us. Because it does always come back to that. It's like, maybe not now, but it's like, oh yeah, during coronavirus, during Black Lives Matter, during school reopening, you did this. And they will call you on it as a Christian. They have long memories for when Christians don't act very Christian-like. So Paul is speaking and to the people of Corinth, and here's what he says about how to present himself. We have renounced disgraceful, underhanded ways. We refuse to practice cunning or to tamper with God's word, but by the open statement of truth, we could commend ourselves to everyone's conscience in the sight of God. Isn't that great? And that was, it was 2 Corinthians 4 to 2. That was a really long one, 2. But I would love to say that, nothing with me is cunning. I'm just trying to speak truth, that I'm not tampering with one person's words or another person's words to get my own point of view, that I'm not being underhanded. I'm not being disgraceful. I'm being open and truthful. If you do that, you have an easy and a good conscience in the sight of God. And that's really what I want. So in this day and age, we go back to it. I love that there's specifics that we should be looking at on how we should conduct ourselves as Christians, because more than ever, I think the world is watching, and they're watching with their fingers pointed, going, I'm watching what you're doing. And so we should always be careful of how we present ourselves, but now more than ever. And so I gotta try to follow what Paul's saying. I think it's good stuff. Again, I'm not always perfect, and I might not always do what's right, but at least I have a guide. And if I don't do it, I can be like, I wasn't doing that. I know how to get back on board. So that's good. So I just am so thankful that that's where God found me today in teaching. He's such a good teacher. And because sometimes it's hard to say, what should I be doing? Well, this is what you should be doing. And I don't think that there's, a lot of argument in that. I think if everybody kind of takes this, the world would be a better place. But I think Christians, for sure, that's what we need to be doing in the light of the world.